Hey, what is up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. First and foremost, I'd like to start off today's video by letting you guys know that the Bob Lazar interview did indeed happen today. It is a wrap. It was an amazing interview. I sat down and did a Skype call with both Mr. Lazar and Mr. Jeremy Corbell, who is the filmmaker and director of the new film coming out based around Bob Lazar, what he did, what he's been through since, because this guy has been basically a ghost for the past 30 years. Now, I did say earlier in the week that I would be doing the interview today and that I would be posting it today. However, a little bit of bad news. Well, it's not bad news, but it does kind of suck that I have to let you guys know that the interview will not be out today. Earlier in the week, I had just assumed that today would be alright to post the video, but due to some restrictions from the film company and other things going on at the moment, I'm not going to be able to upload the interview until the 4th. So it's just a few days away, no big deal. We'll keep you in suspense just a little bit longer, but it's well worth the wait. I sat and spoke with Bob and Jeremy for over an hour. Very, very eye-opening interview. And I can't wait for you guys to hear it. The story of Bob Lazar and his work at Area 51 has been hotly debated for years. And hopefully with this interview, you guys will get a few more answers to this story. And it'll help you inform your own opinion and decision regarding it. So with that, Alaska posted a video yesterday about the massive earthquake that occurred there, and since then, the state has been hit by more than 250 smaller earthquakes since Friday. And while the situation continues to be monitored, the cleanup has started, and Alaskan officials say that infrastructure remains the greatest concern after the earthquake. So I hope you guys are all safe out there. Stay tuned, and if there's any more news about this, I'll definitely post on it. We also have some news also coming from NASA after they've spotted a, quote, super shiny object on the red planet's surface, and that they're actually going to be sending the rover back to where the object is for a closer look. So here you're seeing an image of the strange, what they're calling a golden rock, that scientists spotted in a wider image and have now decided to go back for a closer look because apparently the thing is shining way more brightly than anything else around it, almost like it's a metal fragment of something, possibly an artificial metal fragment that may have been melted down by something. Maybe it's a meteorite, maybe not, but it was strange enough for them to go back and want to take a look at it, and they're going to be doing some chemical analysis of it. Now, I'm guessing that the only reason we know about this and that NASA is even admitting that there is a strange, shiny object sticking out of the Martian dirt is because, well, as you're seeing in the image, it's not like any of us could look at that and say definitively it's artificial in origin, alien in origin. When we have something more vague like this, it seems like NASA is always more than happy to reveal it publicly. But when it comes to the massive objects being airbrushed off of the moon and the other artificial structures that we've found on Mars, they're very quiet. So we'll definitely continue to follow this story. And now in some UFO news, I want to show you guys some images and some video that have come in. The first of which is actually very fitting with the fact that I did the interview with Bob Lazar today, because if you know the story around Bob Lazar, he is famously known for having worked on a flying saucer at Area 51, alien flying saucer. In fact, he said there were 9 such alien vehicles being stored, at least that he saw, at the secretive base. And so in this video, we have here in slow motion, it happens quick, what appears to be a shiny metallic saucer-like object caught blasting past the camera. So we have the clouds here in the background, and if you look down to the lower right part of the screen, we see the mystery object come into frame. Automatically, we can see this reflective light bouncing off of it. It looks very smooth. It doesn't look to have wings or anything like that would cause me to believe that, yes, that's immediately, it's a bird, it's this or that. It looks very saucer-like. And it's a very mysterious piece of footage, and it certainly looks like the hundreds, if not thousands, of other pieces of footage and photograph of these metallic flying saucers, the same ones that Bob Lazar described as being in our custody at the S4 site. And we've been seeing these things for years. In fact, here are a few satellite images from Area 51 taken years ago, but actually made their way onto Google Earth. And I believe you can still look these up for yourself. But if you go and look at Area 51 and the surrounding area around the base on Google Earth, you'll find some pretty strange things. Some pretty strange installations, structures, and what even appear to be flying aircraft, moving or hovering above the desert, casting shadows down below. Here is one such image. What appears to be kind of shiny or glowing circular disc-shaped object. It actually has what appears to be some blurring around it as if it's moving. We see the obvious shadow being cast by the object down below. And here's a bit of a better angle that gives us a better idea of how this thing was moving. And if you look to the left, it does seem to have some motion blur trailing off the left side of this thing going to the left, as if the object was moving as the satellite photo was taken. Now here is another image, satellite image at Area 51 of yet another strange saucer-like object, again seen hovering above the surface. We have a shadow being cast down below, and what appears to be possibly a dome sitting right in the middle on top. It's almost kind of donut shaped, and there seems to be some blurring and some other stuff going on. I don't know, but it's definitely a mysterious image. And if you go look, you'll find these things all over the site. So back to this footage, tell me what you think. Definitely an unidentified object of some sort. And here we have some more footage, this time taken, we have this sort of up-close shot of the moon, where the astronomer who took it caught something moving much closer to the moon, it seems, and at a very slow speed, just sort of drifting across the surface and back out into space. And lastly today, I'd like to show you a vintage photograph taken during the Gemini 10 mission. So this would have been around 1966, if I'm remembering correctly. They're above the Earth, orbiting it. They stick the telephoto lens up to the window, snap a photo. We have this beautiful shot of the Earth, and you can probably already notice way out in the distance, off to the right edge of the photograph, you can see this strange little glowing dot. And when you zoom in on it, what manifests definitely seems to be an artificial structure. Way out there in the distance, we're talking potentially hundreds of miles away. Or it could be closer, we just don't know with space. There's no atmosphere, it's very hard to judge size and distance. But we have this obvious cigar shape to the object. It looks to be in separate pieces. It seems to be like a potential spacecraft of some sort. And it's glowing. I don't know if this is due to the sun reflecting off of it, or if it's emanating its own light or glow. But it's definitely one of the more strange and clear UFO photographs from the 1960s out above Earth. It seems to me that there was something very mysterious lurking out there in the darkness of space when they took this photo. Could it have been monitoring them as they orbited the Earth? Well, the evidence would seem to suggest so, and we actually have more photos of these glowing objects, but I'm going to save those for the next video. So, if you want to see more, stay tuned. Again, thank you all for stopping by. Bob Lazar interview will be up on the 4th, and just one final note, The official live premiere is happening Monday, downtown Los Angeles at the theater at the Ace Hotel at 7 p.m. I myself will be in attendance, repping Secure Team. So if any of you guys want to stop down, there's a very good chance you will see me. I will be there during the premiere. So if you want to grab some tickets and you're near the LA area, it's going to be a historical event. I'll put the link to that one more time down below. And if you aren't able to make it, obviously the film will come out, I think, on the 4th or 5th. So either way, I'd love to see you guys there. And with that, you guys stay tuned, stay safe, and I'll see you back in just a bit.